What's up, guys? We are back with another Bandai Tamashii Nations 2020 event exclusive review, a former SDCC 2020 exclusive, and I can't even really hide this guy because it's absolutely massive. This thing is so much bigger than I expected it was going to be. We are taking a look at the Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan Broly Figuarts Zero statue. So this thing is humongous. It's absolutely massive. There is really no way to explain how big this is until you just get it in your hands and see it. So we've got this guy here in the event exclusive packaging for the Dragon Ball line. And I've said it before, I love this packaging. It stands out. It's really fantastic. I love just the simple black and then in this case, green color scheme. It just works really well. So we've got this guy here in a ludicrously large package. You've got him there in the window, all back there, kind of packaged up and wrapped up. You've got artwork of Broly there on the front. You've got more artwork on the side over here. And then you've got a product shot of this big guy in all of its glory on the back as well as on the side. So yeah, let's do it. Let's pull him out and take a look. And here he is out of the package, our Figuarts Zero event exclusive Broly, our Super Saiyan Broly. So this, of course, is the older Broly, not the current, more canon-y Dragon Ball Super Broly. The original Broly. But this one is done up with the green color scheme, kind of like what they did for the event-exclusive Broly years ago, where the normal Super Saiyan was changed to that kind of green color. And this guy, of course, was provided for review by Bluefin. I will put a link down below to the Premium Bandai site for this guy. He may or may not be in stock at the time of your viewing. If you're watching this in the far future, he probably is not. But let's take a look and see what this guy has going on. Not what he can do, because of course he has no articulation. He is a Figuarts Zero, which means he does not move. He is just a big, and I cannot understate that enough, big statue. This guy is really big. He's about 14-ish inches tall, maybe 13 and a half. To the top of his effect piece, you know, that effect piece right there, it's really, really huge. There is a lot going on here. There's a lot of plastic here, and frankly, this guy looks pretty cool. So this is a repaint, a recolor of the first Figuarts Zero Broly, the one that is just the standard Super Saiyan with the yellow hair, more yellowy effect parts, things like that. And very much in line with what they do for convention exclusives, just like the Vegito was a repaint of an older Figuarts Zero. So I do like the fact that this isn't one that you necessarily have to go out and buy. If you want the different colorway, or if you just need one finally, this is your option. But this guy looks fantastic. You know, talking to some other folks online, I happen to say, I kind of wish I could more easily make my Broly do this, because it's a really dynamic, really cool pose. I mean, very powerful, very striking, and of course the energy effect kind of really sells the thing. It's a very Broly look, a very Broly pose. So I really like that. I love the ground and how it's kind of shattering and how it's kind of, he's kind of like jutting off of it almost. You can see that he's sort of breaking away from it as he's kind of shooting forward. You've got the windswept look for the kind of skirt piece that he has. Tons of shading in there. So a lot more than your average Figuarts figure would have. And then of course you've got the energy crackle that is popping off of him around his shoulders and around the back of him off there, pulling around to the side. You've got the translucent hair piece, so it's not solid or metallic green. It's a very, very translucent piece, which I do really like. It just kind of changes things up a little bit. It's not something you normally get on a Figuarts figure, so this is a little bit different. It makes him stand out. It's kind of an eye-catching piece for me personally, because, you know, I dig translucent plastic stuff. And then you've got this massive effect piece. I mean, it's really as tall, if not taller, than the figure itself. So let me just kind of pan up there a little bit. And we've got kind of a double layer thing. So you've got Broly with his hand actually inside this effect piece. Let me spin him around here. You've got his hand actually inside of it over here, and then he's holding on, he's clutching the inner part of the energy ball, and then it's wrapping around his arm, and then you've got all the different beams shooting out, you know, kind of like a Kamehameha effect piece that we get in the Figuarts line, except of course this is Broly's energy effect. So I really, really like this. Tons of translucent plastic, obviously. Very layered piece with that little starburst on the inside, the inner bubble, the rays that are jutting out, and then the outer bubble. So I think it just looks really cool. It's very striking. Of course, it has tremendous, tremendous shelf presence, as does the figure in general. I'm really taken aback by how much I actually do like this thing. Again, I'm not much of a statue guy. It's not really my thing. But you can't deny that this doesn't just look cool. It has a great shelf presence, and it really comes through as a very powerful piece for arguably, you know, one of the most powerful Saiyans. And then to give you an idea and really hammer home just how big this guy is, here he is next to a couple other Figuarts. So we've got the original Broly, because I don't have that recolor event exclusive from years and years ago, and we've got our Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku. So you can see that these two, as far as the figure itself goes, the base figure is pretty much at the same height as the normal Figuarts Broly. It's the effect piece that really kind of changes him up and makes him so much bigger because, I mean, it towers over everything, the figure itself and then other figures of similar height. And then you can see he basically dwarfs Goku and most other Figuarts. So we've got one of, if not still the biggest Figuarts, he's still among the biggest for now. And then you've got a pretty normal one here. So this guy is very large, a tremendous amount of plastic here. So overall, there's really not much to say more about this guy. He looks fantastic, and he's got a tremendous shelf presence, and he's really big. If you're into statues, if you're into Dragon Ball Figuarts Zero, there's probably no reason not to get this guy unless you just don't need a second one. Or if you missed out on the first one, this is the perfect opportunity to finally get him because, frankly, this guy looks awesome. There's a lot going on here as far as sculpt, paint detail, the effect piece. I really can't mention enough how awesome the effect piece is. It's got great shelf presence. It just looks cool. It's really dynamic, and it's very functional in terms of what it's actually trying to accomplish. It very much shows off Broly, his sort of personality, as well as his power set. So everything comes through really well here. So yeah, guys, if you're interested in this guy, I would urge you to pick him up sooner rather than later. So that's going to do it for this look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations 2020 event exclusive Figuarts Zero Super Saiyan Broly. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time.